Hello everyone, welcome back to Georgia Paper Crafts. Today I'm going to be making some cards using the Spellbinders small die of the month and the large die of the month. Usually I do not get the large die of the month, but after seeing what it was this month, I really had to get it. I love the layering looks, and I'm very excited to use this. Let me just go through real quick what these dies are. So the small die has 8 cutting dies. These are all border dies. As you can kind of see, you can either put it on the side of a piece of paper to make a border, or on the inner side and have it just as a decorative edge. And then there's also a sentiment that says thank you, and you can cut that out. And then this large die of the month has 11 cutting dies, and what it does is it makes this stacking die kaleidoscope. It's called Kaleidoscope Card Creator. So you stack 3 high and put it into this format, and look how gorgeous that looks. So I am looking forward to making that. I'm going to go ahead and get started doing this, and I'll make some cards from both.
So starting out with the small die, I was inspired by a video that Jennifer McGuire did a while back where she used stacking dies to form a background on her card. So what I decided to do was use a bunch of different blue to greenish colored scraps that I have. I dug through all my scrap bin and I pulled out all these different colors. Then I cut them out from this scalloped edge border, and I have them right there. Now what I'm doing here is when I started to layer them, and see, you can see I started to layer it, if I didn't have that dark color underneath, it would have just showed the white, and that did not look good. So that's why I put down that coordinating strip down, the navy strip. So here I just realized that that piece was not long enough for some reason. So I'm trying to, finagle it so that I can still get it to work. So I'm trying to put a little bit more of a piece of the navy cardstock down so that I can kind of get that scallop edge border die down, and then get it to look good. Now, once I start putting them down, I'm just going to start stacking them upon each other. When I say stacking them on, I guess I should go just slightly below each other so that they're, you know, showing just a little bit, pretty much the scallop edge is kind of right at the base of the other one. And unfortunately, for some reason, I guess I did not get me doing this. Again, I seem to be having technical difficulties. So as you can see right there, I've done it. I have layered all of them out in the varying colors, and I really like how that turned out. Then I'm bringing in this Hello die. This is from Spellbinders, and I'm stacking 3 of the backing die that I did in black, and then 3 of the uh, front die that I did in white, and I'm stacking them up. Then I'm using a sentiment that I just had that I had previously embossed and cut out, and it says, "I'm here for you." I believe that is from a Simon Says stamp uh, sentiments set. So I decided I needed a little bit more embellishment here. So I wanted to bring in some bling, but I didn't want to put rhinestones all over the inner, that inner dot of the scallop edge, because I just thought that would be too much. So I picked out one of the blue rows, and then I'll pick out one of the green rows, and you'll see I'll put blue on the top, which I'm doing right now. I'm using some blue rhinestones from Pretty Pink Posh, and these are light blue rhinestones, and I'm trying to use kind of a medium-sized rhinestone, trying to keep it consistent. And then I will use some green, some light green that I have, also from Pretty Pink Posh. Again, I'm not exactly sure. I think they're labeled as the months, colors of the months, but I am not sure what these two are, as a lot of my gems I did not label when I put them in a box. So, but I do know they're from Pretty Pink Posh. So, but this is more like a neon, almost like a real light neon green. And I'm, again, just kind of adding them right along the bottom. One of them is a little bit bigger than the other ones, and you'll see that that kind of bothered me, so I wind up taking that off and putting a different size one in. But once I'm finished with that, this card will be finished. And I will tell you that I really liked the way this card turned out. Turned out really pretty, I thought. I actually can see myself doing more of these, just picking more colors of cardstock from my, bin, and just doing this gradient look. I thought it turned out really nice. Now moving on to the large die of the month. So what you have to do is you have to cut out 4 of each of the large dies, and that's 3 layers thick. So my bottom layer is the navy cardstock. The middle layer is this metallic blue, like a metallic, this shiny blue glitter paper. And then the top layer is kind of a blue, it is a blue, it's a light blue metallic cardstock, and I know that one's from Tim Holtz, the Tim Holtz metallic cardstock pack. And the middle glitter pack, again, this was a piece of scrap that I had in my scrap bin, so I'm not sure where it's from. And of course, the navy was also from my scrap bin. So I put together one on camera here, and then I'm going to also put together one of the middle pieces that you have to put together. Again, you have to do 3 pieces high, doing the same layering technique, then the layering pattern with the dark, the glitter, and then the metallic on top. And I'm going to put those together, and again, like I say, you have to cut 4 of the large ones and 2 of the small ones, and then I'll put them together to form the frame. Now I'll do the rest of the other ones, putting all of them together off camera, just to save a little bit of time. I'm just trying to show you here how it's put together. All right, so now I have all of my pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and start trying to assemble this. And this took me a minute to figure out exactly how I needed to do it. So I turned it, and you have to put the big pieces in each corner there, and then the middle, the smaller piece in the middle. And this was a little bit of a trial and error for me, and I'm sorry that it's kind of off screen. Sometimes I again get busy working and I forget where I am, so I apologize about that. But once I get this glued down, what I'll do is put it together. I'll adhere it together with the other one, and if you can see, one edge has that open circle, the other has the other kind of like locking in piece. Now it also has a square edge, so you know that butts up right against the edge of the pattern, if that makes sense. So at first I kind of didn't really realize, and I put glue in the place I shouldn't, but I figured out pretty quickly how to do that. And like I say, it pretty much fits just like a puzzle. Fits right in there, no problem. Same with these little pieces. One of the edges is round with that square end, and then the other one is the open rounded one, and that's one end locks in underneath the round piece, and the other one will have a piece lock in under it, if that makes sense. Like I say, very easy to put together. Really no way to get it messed up because you'd know if it wouldn't fit together. The the possibilities of doing this card with any different combinations of colors and cardstock is so exciting to me. I think you could do so many different varieties, and that's why I'm excited to have this die. I know that both of these dies I can use again in the future, not just for other cards, but just to kind of replicate the same card that I'm making here in different colors, because both of them I thought turned out really well. And a lot of times, if you don't like to subscribe to any of the card services, and you don't want to have that bill each month, a lot of times they'll offer these after that month is up at another time to purchase individually. Um, and and also if you do choose to do um, the club kits, you're able to skip a month if you do find that you don't like it, or you can't afford it that month or something like that. So I have really enjoyed the Spellbinders club kits. Initially I just did the card kit, then I did the small die, and now I've gone to the large die. So I'm getting all three now. All right, and once I put that together, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do in the middle, but I decided I wanted to use the sentiment, "You Are Loved." This is a die that has a shadow and then the word die. And this is from Simon Says Stamp. I cut this out of the navy cardstock 3 times. Again, I'm doing everything to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. So just stacking all of those. Then I'm going to come in with a couple of layers of the glitter and also 1 layer of the metallic, kind of keeping with the theme of how this is. So you can see here I cut out 2 of the metallic and I cut out 1 of the glitter. And I'm just going to put these all together. Now this I layered a little bit differently. In the frame set I used the glittered cardstock in the middle. This one I am going to put the glitter cardstock on top, just to kind of help it stand out. I really like this die. I think it's very, very nicely done. I like the font. And like I say, once I get this all adhered, I'll go ahead and adhere it straight down to the card base. And I'll do that just using some glue. They're tricky. They are a little bit delicate. I think some of the final pictures of this card does not accurately show as how shiny and really vibrant the card is in real life. Sometimes the lighting will dull it down just a little bit, but I'd have to say I'm very excited about how this card turned out. I really like the colors. I'm somebody who likes a lot of blues, obviously you can tell from the past 2 cards. So glitter, love glitter, rhinestones, all that other stuff. So all of that works really well. And I think I told you I was going to adhere this down flat, but I'm actually going to use some, I just remembered, I did use some dimensional stickers. Stickers or dimensional foam adhesive, and pop that up. And of course, I have to bring in some bling. But before I do that, I am going to put in the hearts that are cut out when you cut the die out. The heart in the O, the 2 O's, and I'm just going to place those in there. And these are the metallic ones. I decided to go with the metallic ones instead of the glitter one. Now the rhinestones that I'm using, I have it on screen there. Starry Night, the Starry Night mix. I actually started writing down what mix I was using. The Starry Night mix, and I believe this is from Pretty Pink Posh. And this is more like a navy, really dark colored gem. I really liked it. And so I'm putting that on in the center of each of the large flowers, and then a couple to the side of that. Like I say, it's kind of hard to see there. It's not really showing up real vibrant on screen as I'm watching this back, but like I say, it did turn out really lovely. You know, and the good thing is this oval shape that the frame creates does give you a lot of room that you could use any sentiment. This You Are Loved sentiment is actually quite a large sentiment, and it fit just fine in there. I mean, you could do anything from a glimmer foil sentiment to a large die cut like this to, you know, a saying, a stamped saying. The die set also comes with an inner portion, like an oval die that will cut out the oval portion to go in there. So you could do that. And it also has these layering edges. If you could see up to the top there, the dies right up at the top near the glue with the 3 prong, I guess, or 3 floral edges, I guess. Those will decorate the inner portion also. All right, so here are my 2 cards, the one using the small die of the month and the large die of the month. Thank you so much for joining me today and watching me make these 2 cards. Again, I really enjoyed it making them both, and I'd love to hear if you had a favorite. I hope that you are doing well, taking time for yourself and your family, and hope you come back and watch some more videos from Georgia Paper Craft. Take care.